just left the city, but your memories stayed behind. Street lights trembling on the pavement glow, silver rivers where the warm winds blow. Every window wears a golden flame, yet this old town still whispers your name. The corner cafe is closing down tonight, last record spinning underneath dim light. A distant bass line drifting through the rain, bringing back the feeling once again. And every shadow seems to know our story, every alley holds a piece of yesterday. The harbor keeps the secrets that we buried, though the years have tried to wash them all away. I hear your laughter in the midnight breeze, floating softly through the palm tree leaves. And though you're somewhere far beyond the tide, the city keeps you walking by my side. On Harbour Street at 2:17 a.m. The moon was painting silver on the bay. I followed echoes of a lover's rock melody and found your memory waiting there for me. On Harbour Street at 2:17 a.m. The night was holding stories in its hands, and every light reflected on the water led me back to where our dream began. Ferry docks are sleeping by the shore, like old photographs locked behind a drawer. A yellow raincoat hanging near the pier. For a second I believed that you were here. Neon signs are flickering overhead, coloring the promises we never said. The ocean hums its endless lullaby, while forgotten ships drift slowly through the night. A saxophone is crying from a rooftop, somewhere high above the harbor's glowing crown. And every note becomes another postcard from a summer that refuses to leave town. I hear your footsteps in the evening rain, though I know they may never come again. Still every road somehow returns to you, like rivers finding oceans they once knew. On Harbour Street at 2:17 a.m. The moon was painting silver on the bay. I followed echoes of a lover's rock melody and found your memory waiting there for me. On Harbour Street at 2:17 a.m. The night was holding stories in its hands, and every light reflected on the water led me back to where our dream began. Time moves on, the ships sail away, the records keep spinning, night after night. But some loves become part of the city, living between the rain and the light. And whenever the harbor grows quiet, when the streets are empty and still, I swear I can feel your presence, like a song the ocean never forgets. taxi. And one night that refused to fade away. The storm had passed an hour before, leaving silver rivers by the harbor shore. Street lights shimmered on the avenue like scattered diamonds where the ocean grew. The city's heartbeat slowed its pace, while shadows danced across familiar places. I pulled my coat against the evening breeze and watched the ferry disappear beyond the sea. The cafe stacked their chairs away, the jukebox played its final song of the day. Then through the mist and amber glow, I saw a face I felt I'd always known. Maybe it was destiny, maybe just the midnight air. But when your eyes met mine, the whole city seemed to disappear. You were the last taxi down Harbour Road, a fleeting light where lonely hearts would go, rolling through the rain beneath the moonlit sky, taking part of me as you passed by. You were the last taxi down Harbour Road, a beautiful mystery nobody could hold. And though the night moved on and let you go, your memory still rides that road. The driver waited by the curb, the engine humming softly without words. You smiled as if we'd met before, like a song remembered from another shore. For just a moment time stood still, the harbor wind surrendered to the thrill. No promises were made that night, yet something lingered in the fading light. Your silhouette behind the glass reflected neon colors as you passed, red and gold upon your face, a moving portrait framed by city rain. And as the taxi pulled away, the distance carried all I couldn't say, leaving only echoes in the dark and a memory written on my heart. Maybe it was destiny, maybe just the midnight air. But when your eyes met mine, the whole city seemed to disappear. You were the last taxi down Harbour Road, a fleeting light where lonely hearts would go, rolling through the rain beneath the moonlit sky, taking part of me as you passed by. You were the last taxi down Harbour Road, a beautiful mystery nobody could hold. And though the night moved on and let you go, your memory still rides that road. Years may come, shop roof, and somewhere between the crackle of a record, you came back to me. Silver veil tonight, street lights blurred beneath the falling light. Old Kingston Avenue was nearly still, wrapped in whispers from the distant hills. I stepped inside to hide from passing rain. The smell of vinyl pulled me in again. Shelves of memories lined every wall, like forgotten summers waiting for a call. The owner smiled and dusted off his sleeve, said some songs never truly leave, then placed a record on a spinning wheel. And suddenly the years became so real. A warm bass line floated through the room, chasing shadows from the gathering gloom. And in that melody I heard your name, as if the music had preserved the flame. Every groove held a photograph, every chorus carried yesterday, and with each note the rain kept falling, washing all the years away. The rain fell softly on the vinyl shop roof, while Lovers Rock was telling me the truth. Some hearts may wander far beyond the tide, but certain songs keep them alive. Rain fell softly on the vinyl shop roof, and every record carried living proof that even after all the years have flown, love can still find its way back home. The needle danced across a worn-out track, bringing little pieces of the past back. Your laughter echoed through the fading sound, like a treasure waiting to be found. I remembered how we'd drive at night, harbor lights reflected in your eyes, the radio humming low and sweet, keeping perfect time with our heartbeat. Outside the city shimmered in the rain, inside the music softened every pain. The saxophone cried gently in the dark, leaving little sparks upon my heart. A photograph slipped from an old LP, a younger version of you and me, smiling underneath the summer sky, frozen in a moment time passed by. Every groove held a photograph, every chorus carried yesterday, and with each note the rain kept falling, washing all the years away. Rain fell softly on the vinyl shop roof, while Lovers Rock was telling me the truth. Some hearts may wander far beyond the tide, but certain songs keep them alive. Rain fell softly on the vinyl shop roof, and every record carried living proof that even after all the years have flown, love can still find its way back home. Maybe that's why music lasts forever, not because of the notes, but because it remembers what people forget. A song can hold a first kiss, a harbor sunset, a midnight drive, a love story hidden between the grooves. And when the needle finds the right record, the past opens its eyes once again. Some hearts may wander far beyond the tide, but certain Last call, the chairs are going up, the harbor is falling asleep. But before the night disappears, play one more song. Just one more. The rain had faded into distant skies, leaving harbor lights reflected in our eyes. The cafe clock was nearing 2:30, yet somehow time still lingered next to you. The bartender was counting out the till, moving quietly through the room so still. A record spun its final revolution, like a heartbeat searching for a conclusion. Outside, the tide was whispering below, against the docks where midnight breezes blow. Inside the room grew smaller with each minute, as if the universe had placed us in it. Neither of us wanted to leave, neither of us dared to speak, yet something beautiful was growing in the silence underneath. The city was letting go of the night, but neither one of us could say goodbye. So we stayed suspended in the moment, like stars refusing sunrise. Play one more song before closing time, one more chance to keep your hand in mine, one more lovers rock melody tonight, before the harbor turns off all its lights. Play one more song before closing time, let the bass line slow the hands of time. If this night must end before the morning comes, give me one more song. Drifted through the speakers low, like moonlight floating on the water's glow. The needle traced familiar grooves again, bringing warmth against the midnight wind. You smiled softly through the amber light, the kind that lingers long after the night. And every note seemed written just for us, in a language made of rhythm, soul and trust. The owner reached to turn the record down, then noticed how we hadn't moved around. He smiled and simply walked away, giving one more song permission to stay. The harbor waited patiently outside, while music carried us upon its tide. And for a while the world became so small, just two hearts listening through it all. The city was letting go of the night, but neither one of us could say goodbye. So we stayed suspended in the moment, like stars refusing sunrise. Play one more song before closing time, one more chance to keep your hand in mine, one more lovers rock melody tonight, before the harbor turns off all its lights. Play one more song before closing time, let the bass line slow the hands of time. If this night must end before the morning comes, give me one more song. Maybe that's all love really is. Not forever, not promises, not certainty. Maybe it's two souls finding each other for one perfect moment in time. A song ends, the room empties, the night moves on. But some moments become immortal, and years from now, when another record starts spinning somewhere, we'll remember this place, this table, this song, and how neither of us wanted it to end. Play one more song separate ways. We'll always have this night. The chairs are stacked, the lights grow dim. The harbor waits outside, the record slows, the needle lifts, and still I hear that final song playing somewhere in my heart. One more song before closing time. One more song before closing time. Midnight pain of the water. The city wore its diamonds, and somewhere between the neon lights and the tide, the future felt close enough to touch. Across Kingston Bay. Rain had left the boulevard behind, leaving every street light doubled in the tide. Kingston shimmered underneath the stars, like 1,000 dreams resting on the harbor. The ferry horns were echoes in the dark, tracing silver pathways through the watermarks, and every color dancing on the sea looked like a secret meant for you and me. We wandered slowly down the harbor line, sharing little pieces of our lives. The city moved around us like a song, or somehow making us feel we belong. The night breeze carried distant melodies from a sound system swaying through the trees, and every bass note floating through the air felt like destiny waiting somewhere. No promises were spoken, no forever was declared, yet something in the moonlight made the future feel prepared. Neon reflections across Kingston Bay turn ordinary moments into something great. Every color on the water seemed to say, some hearts are meant to find their way. Neon reflections across Kingston Bay, dancing with the stars above the waves. And for one beautiful night beneath the sky, the whole world felt alive. A jazz cafe glowed softly down the road, its windows filled with amber and gold. A saxophone drifted into the breeze, mixing with the rhythm of the sea. You laughed and suddenly the city changed. The streets became brighter than before. Even the harbor seemed to pause, listening to something worth waiting for. The moon hung low above the distant pier, casting silver shadows crystal clear, and every ship asleep upon the tide looked like a dream preparing to arrive. Some nights arriving quickly disappear, others stay with you throughout the years, the kind you carry long after they're just quietly, not with fireworks, not with grand declarations, but with small moments. A walk beside the harbor, a smile beneath city lights, a song drifting through the midnight air, a conversation that lasts longer than expected. And before you realize it, the night has rewritten your story. The city still glows, the water still reflects the neon lights, but now everything feels different. Harbour blue, I see those lights and I see you. The city kept glowing, the water kept dancing, the night kept dreaming, and somewhere beyond the horizon, a new story had begun. Neon reflections across Kingston Bay. Every harbor has its secrets, every city has its ghosts, and every midnight has a story about the woman in the yellow raincoat walking through the rain. The rain came softly from the ocean sky, turning harbor lights to watercolor lines. The city shimmered underneath the storm, wrapped in memories and midnight warmth. Down Harbour Road where the shadows meet, she appeared like a melody drifting through the streets. A yellow raincoat glowing in the dark, like a lighthouse carrying its own spark. Nobody knew where she came from, nobody knew where she would go, but every night around midnight, the city watched her move slow, past the cafes and the sleeping bag, through the places where old dreamers stay. She carried something in her eyes, like unfinished stories beneath the tide. Some called her a memory, some called her a mystery, but every lonely heart in town felt connected to her somehow. The woman in the yellow raincoat, walking where the midnight rivers flow, every streetlight painted gold around her soul, like a song nobody could control. sailors talked about her by the docks, swearing she'd been there for decades on the clock. Always unchanged, always passing through like the moon, returning to familiar views. The vinyl shop owner knew her face, said she always stopped outside his place, listening quietly to the records play, then disappearing with the rain away. One night I finally walked beside her, matching every step she made. The city seemed to hold its breath as thunder rolled across the bay. She smiled softly but said no words, yet somehow I understood. Some stories are not meant to be explained, only felt beneath the moon. Some called her a memory, some called her a mystery, but every lonely heart in town felt connected to her somehow. The woman in the yellow raincoat, walking where the midnight rivers flow. Every streetlight painted gold around her soul, like a song nobody could control. The woman in the yellow raincoat, moving through the harbor's gentle glow, leaving little pieces of wonder behind for every dreamer she would find. Maybe she wasn't a person, maybe she was hope, maybe she was every love we've ever lost, every chance we never took, every beautiful memory we keep returning to. Maybe that's why nobody could explain her, because some things are larger than words. The harbor knows her footsteps, the rain knows her name, the moon follows her reflection, and every midnight dreamer carries a little piece of her story. Continues her journey through the night. The ferry pulled away, the harbor grew quiet, and somewhere beyond the dark horizon, a chapter came to an end. After the fairy lights disappeared, the moon was hanging low above the bay, painting silver pathways on the waves. The harbor wore its midnight crown of gold as another story quietly unfolded. The final boarding call had come and gone, the distant horn echoed like a song. Passengers moved slowly through the gate, while the ocean whispered to the lake. You stood beside me underneath the pier lights, the city glowing softly on the waves. I watched until the vessel became small, just a memory beyond the harbor walls. A saxophone from Harbour Street played low, blending with the rhythm of the undertow. A melody suspended in the breeze, like unfinished words among the trees. The woman in the yellow raincoat passed as if she understood this moment's past. She smiled softly as she walked away, leaving mystery upon the rain. And suddenly I understood at last why some memories are built to last. Not because they stay forever near, but because they change the atmosphere. The cafes closed, the streets grew still, yet somehow the night remained alive. Because every place we ever shared had become part of who I am. The night held its breath, the stars stood still, and time moved slower than the tide. After the ferry lights disappeared, the harbor carried echoes of you here. Every ripple on the water seemed to say, some souls never truly sail away. After the ferry lights disappeared, the city felt both empty and sincere. And though the distance stretched beyond the sea, you remain a part of me. Maybe goodbye is not an ending, maybe it's a doorway away from memory to become something deeper. The ferry leaves, the lights fade, the horizon swallows the last reflection. Yet love remains, not as possession, not as longing, but as gratitude for every conversation, every midnight walk, every song we shared, every moment that made life larger than it was After the ferry lights disappeared, the harbor carried echoes of you here. Every ripple on the water seemed to say, some souls never truly sail away. After the ferry lights disappeared, the city felt both empty and sincere. And though the distance stretched beyond the sea, you remained a part of me. After the ferry lights disappeared, the moon still painted silver on the bay. And every time the harbor lights return up, I'll remember that beautiful day. The ferry is gone, the harbor remains, the story continues beyond the horizon, beyond the tide, beyond goodbye. After the ferry lights disappeared. The moon was hanging low above the bay, painting silver pathways on the waves. The harbor wore its midnight crown of gold as another story quietly unfolded. The final boarding call had come and gone, the distant horn echoed like a song. Passengers moved slowly through the gate, while the ocean whispered to the lake. You stood beside me underneath the pier lights, the city glowing softly in your eyes. Neither one of us could find the words to describe what lingered in the silence. The ferry drifted gently from the shore, taking pieces of our lives aboard. And every wave that touched the harbor wall seemed to know what need a heart could call. The night held its breath, the stars stood still, and time moved slowly rain had gone, the ferries were still, the city was sleeping between dreams. And when morning found the harbor quiet, I finally heard my own heart. The night surrendered slowly to the dawn, as the final stars began to move along. A pale gold ribbon stretched across the bay, welcoming another brand new day. The harbor wore a different kind of light. No neon colors dancing through the night, just gentle reflections on the sea, and all the space you left inside of me. The cafes hadn't opened yet outside, the streets stood empty beside the tide. Above the places where our memories lie, the old street lamp on Harbour Road grew dim, its midnight purpose finally wearing thin. And for the first time since you sailed away, I wasn't afraid of yesterday. Whispering, you're still here. When morning found the harbor quiet, the ocean spoke in softer tones. Every wave that touched the shoreline reminded me I'm not alone. When morning found the harbor quiet, the sunlight painted hope again, and all the stories from the darkness became part of who I've been. Shop remained asleep, its windows holding secrets it would keep. The records resting peacefully inside, like old companions waiting for the night. A yellow raincoat crossed my memory, like a page from an unfinished mystery. The woman disappeared with dawn's first light, leaving only wonder in her flight. The fairy lights were nowhere to be found, yet somehow stayed around, living quietly within the bay, like echoes refusing to fade away. I walked the length of Kingston's waking shore, past every place we'd wandered once before, and every corner seemed to gently say some things are never truly far away. The moon had kept its promises, the tide had carried every tear, and now the morning stood before me, whispering, you're still here. When morning found the harbor quiet, the ocean spoke in softer tones. Every wave that touched the shoreline reminded me I'm not alone. When morning found the harbor quiet, the sunlight painted hope again, and all the stories from the darkness became part of who I've been. Maybe healing isn't forgetting, maybe it's learning how to carry beautiful memories without letting them weigh down your soul. The taxi is gone, the ferry has sailed, the record has stopped spinning, the cafe has closed, yet nothing is truly lost, because every to rise. The harbor is waking, the tide is turning, the sun is climbing, the story continues beyond the night, beyond the rain, beyond the memory, and somewhere across Kingston Bay, a new chapter begins. When morning found the harbor quiet, at the corner cafe by Kingston Bay, there's a table near the window where the moonlight always falls the same way. Some say it's empty, others say it's occupied by memories. They call it a table reserved for yesterday. The harbor wore its midnight velvet blue, street lights painting gold across the view. The city hummed a soft familiar tune beneath the gaze of an attentive moon. Inside the cafe, time moves slow and kind, like an old photograph refusing to fade. The record player whispered through the room while shadows danced beneath the lampshade. There by the window stood an empty chair, the same one waiting year after year. The owner smiled whenever people asked and simply said, some stories always last. The ocean breathed beyond the glass tonight, carrying secrets with the tide, and every wave seemed to understand the things the heart cannot describe. Some memories fade like footprints in the sand, others become part of the land, living in the streets, the songs, the sea, and quietly shaping who we come to be. There's a table reserved for yesterday, where the moonlight still remembers every face, and every lover's rock melody that plays brings another memory into the room. There's a table reserved for yesterday, where the harbor keeps all dreams safe, and though the years keep rolling like the waves, some moments never drift away. The waitress placed a candle on the wood, exactly where it always stood. Its gentle flame reflected in the glass like little echoes of the past. I sat there for a little while alone, listening to the city's evening tone. The saxophone from Harbour Street below was playing softly through the glow. Then in the reflection of the rain, I thought I saw familiar eyes again. A yellow raincoat passing by outside, disappearing slowly with the tide. The ferry horn sounded from afar like old companions beneath the stars, and suddenly the pieces all aligned like chapters finding their final line. The taxi down Harbour Road, the vinyl shop in the rain, the lights across Kingston Bay, the song before closing time. Every story had led me here. Some memories fade like footprints in the sand, others become part of the land, living in the streets, was never reserved for one person. Perhaps it was reserved for all of us. For every beautiful night that changed us. For every conversation that lasted longer than expected. For every song that became part of our story. For every harbor light reflected on the water. For every goodbye that became gratitude. For every memory that refused to disappear. Because yesterday is never truly gone. It lives quietly in the places that loved us back. Every story still remains. The cafe grows quiet. The harbor sleeps. The record spins its final turn. The candle fades. The tide rolls in. And somewhere beyond the moonlit water, the stories continue until tomorrow night at the table reserved for yesterday.